Sunday, folks. Up here again, same as last Sunday, back in Heartland. This is our last trip up here this season. The remainder of the games against the Bulls will be played on home ice. Canadiens wearing the white jerseys today. Bulls in their black and golds. Starting goaltender for today will be Emery Esty. And it's like both teams are ready to go here, getting the pucks cleaned up. So, once again, Emery, starting goaltender. Just waiting to see who the starting lineup's going to be. It looks like it's going to be Miller and McDougall on D. Up top, we're going to see McShane, Gargano, and Dara. Just a quick note to everyone watching. I know last time you were here, the Wi-Fi was kind of crappy. I am going to stop the broadcast after the second period, and I'll restart after the flood. So if you see that I'm no longer live, don't worry about it. I'm just going to stop the broadcast and then pick it back up in the third period. Hopefully that will help. All right, ready for face-off. Off the draw, that's poked forward by McShane, but the Bulls take it back. They pass it into the neutral zone. That's going to be intercepted by Gargano. He plays it forward looking for Dara, but the Bulls are going to play it deep. And just ahead of the red line, that's going to be an icing call. So we're going to head down into the Bulls zone. Scramble as Dara takes that off the draw. Gargano trying to get a stick on it. McDougall pinches up, gets a stick on that to Gargano. Dara once again fighting for the puck, but the Bulls are going to come away with it. And that is once again going to be icing. So we'll head right back down into the Bulls zone. Full change here for the Canadiens with Markowski, Gilbert, Stella, and Hoyt and Scott coming out. And that's a bouncing puck and a goal. Keegan Stella off the draw. Bouncing puck is picked up by Keegan Stella out front, and he hammers it home to put the Canadiens up 1-0 early goings here of the first period. And off the draw, that's Gilbert pressuring. Picked up by Scott along the boards. The Bulls play it in. That's taken away. Hoyt plays that around. Comes back around the other way. Stella pokes it forward. Kept in. Markowski backhands that. Tries to get it out. He does. Gets it out to Gilbert. Gilbert making his way in. He's going to fire. That's a save by the goalie. Rebound picked up down low. Gilbert and Stella working it along the boards. Comes out to Markowski. He plays it back to Hoyt. Hoyt quickly back to Stella. Stella tries in behind the net, tries to double back. He gets hooked up there. Gilbert into assist. Gilbert along the boards. And Stella into assist with him. Markowski down low steals that away. He plays it around in behind. And the Bulls, and oh, good job by Hoyt. He's able to keep it in. But the Bulls pick it up and make their way through the neutral zone. Good stick by Paisley. The Bulls do get it back, but Paisley pressuring in behind the net. And Paisley gets that, take it away. Markowski pokes it. He's going to flop it, hoping to get it out. Doesn't. But that one comes back. Hoyt plays it around the other way, looking for McShane. McShane fires it over, cross ice to Gilbert. Gilbert to Markowski. Markowski pushes that forward, and it's going to be hung on to by the goalie. And a little bit of a push after the play there. Coming out for the Canadiens is McLean Kirkpatrick, McShane stays on. Shepard and Paisley stays on. Off the draw, the Bulls take possession, play it around the boards. Kirkpatrick tries to get in there. Shepard keeps it in, plays it down to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick flips it over to McLean. McLean fires, save, rebound by McShane. That's another save. Bulls pick it up down low. McLean gets a stick on that and keeps it in. Kirkpatrick's going to pick that up. He fires it over to McShane. He can't catch the pass. Fires off the rebound, goes off the skate of a Bulls player, and they start into the neutral zone, but that's picked off by Shepard. Shepard quickly to Paisley. Paisley up to McLean, up to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick puts it in deep. That's McShane down low. Plays it over to McLean. Picked up by the Bulls down low. Kirkpatrick trying to get on the back check, but good job by Zach Shepard as he takes that away. And now Paisley, he's going to fire. Saved by the goalie. McLean tries the rebound, and that's also a save. Coming out for the Canadiens is Gargano with Dara and Stella. On the back end, we're going to see Miller and McDougall. Off the draw, Gargano, Dara, McDougall just wide of the net. Miller pinches up, but that gets by him, and now Easton's in a foot race. Easton gets there. Good hustle. Woodstock picks it up down low. Stella puts pressure there, gives it back to McDougall. They poke it back the other way, though. Miller now trying to get the stick on it. Dara's in with him. Dara and Miller working down in the corner. And that gets taken out. Gargano now trying it. They try the pass in the slot. Shots wide. And a save from in behind by Esty. Good save there by Emery as they tried to sneak it in the back door. And Emery was able to get a glove on it. Face-off coming up in the Canadian zone. Markowski, Gilbert, McShane, and on D it's going to be Scott and Hoyt coming out. And off the face-off, Woodstock tries to get a shot off. They get a shot off the second attempt, and that is Hoyt down low. Hoyt plays it around looking for Scott. Gets past Scott, comes to McShane. McShane, he goes for the cross-ice pass to Gilbert. Gilbert, oh, he's tripped up. And that's going to be a penalty to the Bulls on the tripping of Gilbert. So the Canadiens will head to a power play. And it looks like we're going to stick with these 5 for the power play. No, apology. We're going to switch Stella to with Gilbert. Off the draw, Markowski gets it back to Hoyt. Hoyt's going to fire. That's redirected out front. Goes down low. Picked up by McShane. Played back to Scott. Scott goes over to Hoyt. Hoyt fires. That's a block shot. Scott keeps it in. Scott fires it over into the slot, looking to get it to Markowski, but it's picked off by the Bulls. Hoyt, D to D to Scott. Scott to Markowski. Markowski trying to get it to Stella. He does. Quick one-timer deflected by the goalie up into the netting. So we will head back to a face-off in the Bulls zone. A minute and a half still to go on the power play here. Off the draw, it does come back once again to Hoyt. Hoyt goes back to Stella. Stella drives towards the net. He's getting, and that's a nice save by their goalie. Scott picks it back up, goes to Stella. Stella plays it back to McShane. McShane towards the net, tries the backhand. Played in the slot, picked up by Markowski. Markowski setting things up now. Markowski to Scott. Scott back to Markowski. Markowski back to Scott. Scott playing with that blue line, goes off a stick, picked up by Stella. Stella turns back to Scott. Scott plays it back to Stella. Stella picks it up. And broken stick by the Bulls. And that's going to come back to Hoyt. Hoyt plays it over. And that is going to get out. And the Bulls are going to take it into the neutral zone. Paisley out. Paisley picks that up. 28 seconds left in the power play here. Paisley under pressure. Paisley plays it over to Markowski. Markowski has Kirkpatrick come out. And the Bulls are going to take bat away from Markowski. Kirkpatrick on the back check. And good job by Shepard. Shepard and Kirkpatrick working together on McCarthy. Kirkpatrick's going to take it away. Dying seconds here of the power play. Kirkpatrick plays it forward to McLean. It's intercepted. And Bulls back at full strength now. Paisley goes back the other way. Plays it to McLean. Bouncing puck. Comes into the slot. Save. Up and off the glass with a save by Esty. Face off in the Canadian zone. Kirkpatrick, McLean. Miller and McDougall on D. Gilbert out there as well. Play comes to the side of the net. That's Miller. Miller plays it forward, trying to get it to Gilbert. It's kept in. Play back to McLean. McLean plays it forward. Finds Gilbert. It comes back once again. Gilbert picks that up. Gets it to Miller. Miller driving towards the net. He fires. It goes off the stick and wide. Miller picks it back up. Plays it back to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick plays it back to Miller. Miller tries to get into the slot to McLean. Picked up by Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick plays it back to McDougall. McDougall plays it over to Stella. Stella back to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick to Stella. One-timer. And that's intercepted by the Bulls. Kirkpatrick gets it back. Stella and Kirkpatrick. McDougall right at the line. Bulls take that away again. And that goes to McLean. Now Kirkpatrick trying to get a stick on it. Easton just can't keep it in. Scramble in the neutral zone. That's picked up by McLean. McLean's going to loop it. And out comes Dara. It's going to come back along the boards. And good stick there. It's going to be picked off by Scott. Scott plays it off the boards to Stella. Stella looking to get it to Dara. Dara has Gargano with him. Played back to Stella. Bulls get it back. That comes back to Hoyt in the neutral zone. He plays it deep into the Bulls zone. Bulls play it off the boards. Stella gets a stick on that, but the Bulls do play it forward. Scott intercepts, grabs it back to Hoyt. Hoyt goes middle ice looking for Stella. And now shot saved by Esty. Rebound played over to Hoyt. Played quickly to Scott. Gargano goes to Stella, goes quickly to Dara, and he's going to go for a change. Gargano and Dara plays it over to Gargano, tries to get the shot off, but the Bulls regain possession. They play it up the ice, and very close to too many men. Good job that Gilbert didn't touch that. And now Paisley works that away off the boards to Gilbert. Gilbert picks that off. We've got a 2-on-1. Markowski and McShane, 2-on-1. Over to McShane, can't catch it in between his feet. McShane fires it down low to Markowski. He tries to push it right back. Intercepted by a poke check there by the Bulls. Shepard gathers it up, plays it down low to Markowski once again. Markowski to Gilbert once again. Bulls get a stick on it. Play comes back. Paisley now playing his man. Good job there. Puts his back into it. Going to be picked up by Shepard, quickly to McShane. McShane fires it over, looking to get it to Gilbert, but the Bulls are going to play it down deep. Esty's going to leave that down low by McShane, and McShane picks it up. Shane's going to play that deep and go for a change. Markowski has Kirkpatrick coming off the bench for help, and Stella. Miller and McDougall, they're going to fire that into the zone. Miller takes that away. Miller working down low, gets it to McLean. McLean Plays it to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick tries to get it out, but Woodstock takes it back. McDougall now. The McLean picks that up once again. Miller tries to pass it. Passes it up to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick fires it over to McLean. McLean has Stella with him. Tries the drop pass, but the Bulls sneak away with it. Bulls now. And Kirkpatrick in on the back check. And good job, but unfortunate, as it was a good back check there. But the Bulls just sneak one by. So we're all tied up 1-1 here with just under 5 to go in the first period. Gargano, Dara, McShane, Hoyt, and Scott out. That gets played deep into the zone off the draw. And McShane tries to play it. The Bulls play it up. That's going to be a trip to Dara. Unfortunate, as the Bulls player just stepped on his stick. But it's a trip, so we're going to head to the penalty kill. So for the penalty kill, it will be McShane, Scott, Hoyt, and Gargano. Off the draw, Hoyt gets, or I should say Scott gets that, but it doesn't get out. Kept in. Bulls play it down low, looking out, and that is a save. Gargano trying to get there. He does. Fires it up. Gets it into the neutral zone. McShane trying to work it down lower. And Woodstock's just going to play that back. SD's going to leave it for Hoyt. And that goes off a player out front. Oh, that was unfortunate. That gets played out to the side. Hoyt playing his man. Gargano now. They play it back to the D. And Gargano tries to get that.